Battle control initialized.
Hey people, 5 Aces here. Every once in a while, every once in a blue moon, the stars align and there is just a little brief window back into the time where I used to be without kids. Kids are out of the house right now, so it's gonna be casting time. Casting o'clock. I've got the sun in my eyes now. I'm squinting, doesn't matter. OpenRA, go time. This is the second part of the second leg of the playoffs of RHL Season 10. Played out between, in the bottom left, Mr. Stupid, aka Upps, the German, well, let's call him a surprise weapon. He always has his bag of tricks and always has something up his sleeve. And he's gonna be tangoing with Mr. Big Bad Bain, who has dropped the big and bad since he has gotten rid of his bad boy image. Probably like in lieu with his pop career, trying to have a more PG-13 and child-friendly image now. But the child-friendly image may, your mileage may vary on that one, as his rifles are advancing into a push onto the derrick of Upps, already claiming the first lives, giving away the position. But smartly enough, Upps has rallied his engineer to the safe position, which takes longer for your opponent's infantry, and some force firing going on. So really aggressive early move out from Bain, as is customary for him. But I honestly have to say that that's really nice play, just firing into the fog of war, always making your opponent feel uneasy. Downside is it gives away that you're opening a double ref, but that is hardly a surprise against Bain. Bain is like 90% of the time, he is 100% of the time all in on 2 barracks. Sorry, not 2 barracks, 2 refineries. 2 barracks would be really all in. That would be the Anjou type of all in. Alrighty, so we've got the rockets being added already. Is that a 5 no, 3 rockets. I like this composition more. Last time we've seen Upps with his build where he went early 5 rockets. That, in my opinion, is just overkill. That just lends itself to being bum rushed by 20 rifles. And instead, he's opting for 3 rockets, which is enough to ward off any early vehicles, except, with one exception being a crazily well microed APC. Or if they're on the move, then the Ranger can pick them off. But yeah, that's a discussion for another day. You should never have your infantry or your expensive rocket soldiers on the move out without proper protection. Alright, taking out an oil derrick. I've got my volume really low, by the way, so I might miss some things. That's simply because the audio settings have messed up yet again. Alright, down goes the derrick. That's a little bit of an income spike here. Yeah, Ranger it is. Oh yeah, Germany for Upps. So a slight chance at chrono tanks. And the scoreline is 2-1 up for Bain. So this is already his... this is already his match point. Why not meet with that army? Yeah, I should have merged. Where's the... Okay, the engineers are both in the Rangers. It's an allied mirror, by the way. Oh, yeah, nice. That's exactly what I was talking about. He can even finish off the other rocket soldier. Ooh, that would have been so nice. Instead opts to protect and safeguard his NG. Oh, he went for a ref cell, which is evidenced by the technician here, because refineries never produce anything of use if they're being sold, because they're barely worth anything. It's an interesting little tidbit. The refinery costs, I think, 1,500. But 1,200 of that value is stored in the harvester, and there's only 300 credits. Ooh, really low. Oh, but he gets the engineer snipe. Really good. Okay, gets himself a staff veterancy as well, so a nice little speed boost. Ooh, and the Ranger has taken a chunk, so he can't engage anymore. Okay, this is going to be a big engagement already. I'm not sure. Yeah, but honestly, Bain has the mass. He has the army advantage. Oh, and on the move, picking off some more stragglers. That is just bad. That is just bad. All the rockets are falling. Ranger is still chipping in some DPS here and there. Okay. Not as bad as it could have gone, but still definitely a win. And really nice from Upps to retain those rockets. That is really well played. If he retains the Ranger, he's gonna lose both derricks, which is not a great position to be in, but he's still somehow managing to scrape by. So yeah, what I was talking about earlier was the refinery itself is only worth 300 credits. So if you sell it, you get basically 1 rifleman and some pocket change. Because the cell value can never exceed, or the value of the infantry spawned from a cell can never exceed the half of the cell value. So 150 would be the cap, so usually it just produces one rifle and 1 or 2 technicians, which is how the math works. And plus 150 credits. So it's actually quite a good deal. Oh my goodness, the rocket density. Yeah, Upps is going hard on the rockets. He's a rocket man right there. This is not a composition you want to fight with. Not at all. Oops. This is a blunder and a half. Unprotected infantry into the fog of war. This is terrible. He needs to pop defenses stat. Okay, at least retains most of the rockets. But there is now a critical mass of infantry pushing onto the main base. Okay, at least the pillbox can do some chip. Wow. That is some blanket fire right there. Okay, a bit too overly aggressive, too overzealous from Bain. At the end of the day, he killed more. The economy is still even though. The 1k discrepancy, 1k disparity. But look at the map. There is just not that many main bases. And a nice forward rally point from Bain, who's just popped down a barracks. Forward rally reinforcement point, which is something that is unique to OpenRA in a way. It kind of is the StarCraft way of doing things, where each production line can field things independently of the base. So it just popped down a proxy barracks. Alright, he has seen the push. Or he has seen the front lines being established, so he's not going to be caught off guard by this, I'd wager. On the left-hand side, though, that is a lethal push. Has been revealed. There has been a lonesome rifle scout. So, honestly, yeah, Upps is rallying to the left-hand side, so he definitely is aware of things. Tanks are repositioning, but there is the entire army coming in. This could be good for Upps. Man, his rocket density. I really don't like his army composition. Just way too many rockets. Sure, this is gonna bust a tank in 2 shots, but then you have to deal with a mass blob of infantry, and you've got no firepower at all. The Ranger, though, the Ranger's getting some pretty good value, pretty good bang for his buck. Okay, so now let's watch the tanks melt. Oh, they're being tangled up by the wreckages. This is not what Bain wanted. Tank being retained here by Upps. This has been good. Way better than it should have been. He's trying to establish a fort base. This has been scouted. Uh-oh. Okay, he's found a spot to deploy in. So no way for Bain to really fight this because there's already a front line established. Ooh, gets another tank on the way out. And turrets have deceptively high range. I don't know the exact numbers, maybe 6.5. But it is a considerably higher range than you would expect. Okay, he's going for a triple prong. Ooh, okay. Upps is taking care of the forward rally point, but losing an army. Left-hand side, this army is completely idle and not spotted by either player. Just completely abandoned and forgotten about. Right-hand side, there's an NG. Alright. But this base push has definitely been in the favor of Upps so far. Has denied Bain the access to his ore. And I'm starting to like his position there. This blob should maybe deal with the Wilderic. It's just freebies. Okay, and the push here got deflected basically for free. Didn't even lose a tank there. Pretty good thus far. Is that in range? I think the construction yard might be in range if he right-clicks it. But defenses don't auto-acquire targets. Or they don't auto-acquire regular structures. Okay, Bain is merging both his armies. This is an all-in push. There is a lot of rocket density though. I'm not sure Bain wants to take... Ooh, no meat shield! Okay, scatter move is coming in. This is the all-in. Maybe the wreckages plus the fields here. Okay, so the attack vectors are going to be way, way worse. Like, tanks are not connecting onto the infantry. This is way better. I mean, there's a great concave at the end of the day, but this is way better for Upps than it should have been. Courtesy of those fields messing up the pathing of the units. Still though, there is just an overwhelming number of units streaming in from all directions. The tank lines are crumbling. Still, there is still construction radius. This is still okay. Upps is still in fighting shape here. He definitely hasn't lost this just yet. Destroyed value 10k up is Bain, but he doesn't have the econ to back it up. His side of the map is going to be harvested out, and that's so great. This basically hidden expo is harvesting on 4 harvesters, so great macro play from Upps this time around. He's not He's not just goofing around here. Ooh, radar tech from Bain. Okay, the first advanced power plant coming online. No helipads just yet, as far as I can spot. The pill mill is going off. This tank needs to get back for repairs. No, sir. That ain't gonna happen. Pillbox versus pillbox. Match for the ages. Really good on Upps for retaining all his rocket soldiers. Like, he has not lost many rocket soldiers at all. Going for the main base now is Bain. With artillery support. Ooh, an unprotected Conyard. And there is, yep, he has spotted this. There is no line of defense right now, and he hasn't gotten anything out of the radar just yet. Oh, okay. Yep. MCV escapes for now. And the armies are transitioning on the left onto the left-hand side. This is gonna be a complete rout. The artillery shells have to be so good now. He needs to force fire. GG is being called in chat, let's see. Let's see, maybe he can salvage this situation. I mean, this is an idle army. This is an idle infantry army. Oh, you need good connections. That was good, okay. You killed one. You killed an artillery. Counter-artillery barrage. Uh-oh, you need force fire. That was good. That was a really good chunk. The primary war factory is being blocked. I don't think there's a secondary war factory though, is there? Oh, single file, and it's all rockets. But surprise, it's all rockets. Oh no. At the same rate though, he is losing a lot of assets for this push. I'm not sure whom this is favoring at the end of the day. Radar tech has been destroyed, so yeah, tech advantage definitely in favor of Bain now, but he still has a window. This refinery, oh, this is big. This refinery was a big boon. Now there is no more refinery and no more MCV on this side of the map. Uh-oh, he is on life support. Wave 2 is coming in, crashing in onto the main base. Tanya even. Okay, yeah, this is probably GG. This could have gone better. This could have gone so much better. Upps failing to stop this one push onto the main base. The GG laugh, yeah. Pretty much. That is a 3-1. However, weirdly, there's one more match. Have they been uploaded in the... That's so weird. They must have been uploaded in the wrong order, because I casted them from like oldest to newest. Which kind of presents itself as a spoiler now. However, there is one more match, so I'm gonna cast that one as well. So, see you in a sec.
Battle control, terminated. Battle control, initialized.
Alrighty, this is it. Round 5 on Amsterdam. Another one of those maps where I haven't had a great success rate. But really nice geometry with all those, like the Orderix nestled behind those obstacles. So really hard to get to. And what's the faction picks? Germany versus Germany, yeah. That was just Upps hard picking Germany every single time. Timings are completely similar. And rifle opener this time around, no greedy shenanigans with an early engineer. Would not make too much sense. Something you might consider in these drawn out engagements is just mixing in 1 or 2 medics. They're fairly cheap, 200, they're tanky. And they obviously just manage to heal up your blob. So again, this is lots of early aggression from Bain. I'm expecting 20 rifles. I'm expecting no less from you, Mr. Bain. Picking off the first scout. Bain a bit later with his refinery timing this time around, 2 seconds. So means the world. It's everything. Alright, the greedy engineer from Upps again. Is gonna fall for... Okay. On a whim decides to not go there. On second thought, let's not go there. Wait, is it German? He's playing Germany. That was the wrong accent. Trying to find the engineer. His gamer senses are tingling. Okay, that was a good hold. Nice engineer defense. He's lining it up so perfectly, but the engineer has already moved on to greener pastures. I really like how it's just got one spotter. One spotter, one engineer. Those are some quite exciting early game army movements. Not something you usually see, just armies split across the board. 5 or 6 different wolf packs hunting for engineers. And where is the engineer for Bain? Right. Where is he? Has he been sniped? Yeah. This is looking like a dead engineer to me. I'm not seeing any. I'm also really loving those formations. Upps is just making a wide front because this is basically the only approach or the only vector that Bain is realistically going to approach from. So he's just lining up the firing squad. This is trench warfare. This is World War I. Welcome to World War I, bitch. We're standing here with the rifles. You're standing there with your rifle, and whoever moves first loses. In that case, the engineer. Oh, quite a brutal early game, I have to say. The rocket as well? Bain, the rocket has been forgotten about. This is a terrible early game so far. Yep, 1300 over 600. Now this is redeemable. Ooh, 1500. This is redeemable, mind you, but it definitely puts a damper onto your early game aggression plans. Ranger is coming in as well, and a better timing. Wow! The firing squad. Unbelievable. Picking them clean. This has been tabula rasa. Okay, the light tank is coming in to salvage the situation. But as per usual, his gun is puny, so he has to play 52 pickup. And as soon as the first rocket arrives, the light tank has to give way. Good crushes thus far. Should make use of the scatter command a bit more, but that's fine. Yeah, it just needs to rally back. And the movements from the tank are not too precise this time around. Hasn't taken too much hull damage just yet, but look at how long it takes him to pick off those few infantry. Ah, he's ambushing. And one more Zook. Thank you, good sir. Awesome. What a play. Okay, triple ref here for Bain. Double barracks already. Whoa, 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 whoa. It's up against a double refinery, double war factory build from Upps, and that is a more solid one than the early double war factory off of one refinery. This now allows you to pump harvesters, and it does delay your service depot timing, but at the same rate, Bain went for another rack, so it kind of evens out. And with this early game lead, like let's look at the comment, 3k, like 2.8k early game lead in terms of assets destroyed is massive. There's no two ways around it. Let's check the production tab. I really like Upps' position in this game. He's also 10 seconds ahead with the MCV courtesy of his second war factory, because it just builds 15% faster. I think it's 15, 25, 35, 50 or something. 50 is the cap anyway. Ooh, finds himself a nice juicy pack of rockets there though. Yeah, it was a nice play from Bain. Just picking clean 600 worth of assets. Not too shabby. Little detachment on the left hand side. The right hand side, ooh, he's even taking the hospital. I mean, Bain would need the hospital after those early game burns. He needs to get to the burn ward ASAP. Left hand side, oh, okay. He's walling off. Upps is just making a big wall and is making Mexico pay for it of all nations. Kappa Pride, because that has really worked well. Map. Alright, the construction yard probably has to give way. Oh, he's tanking. Okay, he's just face tanking. No, there's not enough DPS left. Maybe there would have been enough DPS after all. Like, this is still a sizable infantry squad. Huh. Shoot into the fog of war. I mean, that was weird. He could have definitely... I'm 90% sure he could have killed the Conyard. Ah, that was an expensive loss. Okay, but the army is finding a tank. Hello, unprotected tank. Thank you, good sir. And let's get out of here. Haha. There's the wall coming into play. Not just yet. Yeah, it has evened out. But I really have to commend Upps for his, like, the last two games, his ranger play has been impeccable. That's more up to the levels of micro that you would expect from Upps. Ooh. Oh, that's the secondary MCV. Never mind, I thought that was a third MCV being built. But no. He does have a third MCV, what? He was going double MCV expansion, That leaves you behind on the tank count. An MCV is worth basically 3 tanks, 2.5 if we're being precise, and that just sets you back in the early engagement capabilities. Mechanics being mixed in by Upps. A bold choice, but I like it. On the right top side, there's a sneaky MCV expansion. Oh, just fortifying here. Not doing anything too special just yet because it doesn't have access to the ore. Maybe just popping down a barracks. Let's see where this one is going. I really like the position of Upps. 6 tank hunting squad. We have established, a chat has decided that it is going to be a murder of tanks if it's more than 5, so unfortunately my vote for a parliament of tanks has been thrown out. Okay, or a steel division. Legion of tanks. Okay, this wounded MCV. Sneaky, sneaky. Trying to deny the expansion. But there's a push onto the main base here with the turret. It's gonna die very soon. Pull behind your mechanics. Oh no, oh no. That is a bad engagement. Why did you send your infantry in? Wait, an engine cap? Huh? Oh, it must have been here. Yeah. Or onto the main base. Anyway, that's a massive army. Jeez Louise. And the MCV push is coming in. Maybe you can pick off the MCV in time. Okay, yeah. This MCV is dead. Just force fire. Just hose it down. Yep. Thank you, good sir. Tanks not connecting just yet. There's a massive infantry front line. Oh my lord. But most of the tanks have been picked clean. Only 2 tanks remaining. Now it's up to those 3 pillboxes. Oh, the mechanic! Salvaging the situation with another Conyard. Uh-oh. Upps' front lines are crumbling yet again. Once again. I'm asking for your financial support in these dire days. Ooh. That was just a clutch. Yeah, a really clutch mechanic. This push would honestly have been over had he not had that one mechanic. Oh, he has killed the Conyard. That was a really nice backstab. Oh, and the MCV as well. Sorry, that was the MCV escaping. He has killed the refinery. No, nothing's been harvested. Maybe it was just a field defense. So down to 2 Conyards, but a massive army. Hard to call. And this is still relatively well fortified. Upps doesn't have any tanks anymore. He's only got a dwindling supply of tanks at the time of writing. At the time of casting. Okay, just kill this Rax, thank you. That's an annoying forward rally point. No more proxy wars going on here. Alright, the MCV escaping. Let's check the economy after that. It's been a really swingy game. Swinging back and forth. 10k assets up is Upps, almost like 7k. Okay, didn't look like it. Combat tab, even. Alright. He does know about those 2 pillboxes, right? Yeah, those MCVs have been a bit too unsupported for my taste. Oh, where's this going? Oh, is he gonna see it? Not entirely. He should. Yeah. He was completely aware. He was moving the tank just in time. Yep. I mean, I'm not sure the MCV is gonna die. He needs to block the deploy. Or kill the harvester. That's also fine. That is honestly fine. That is still a big net loss for Bain. If he kills the refinery, then this harvester can't do much here. That is smart, yeah. It's a good call. Just delays. Delays the economical growth by a lot. Ooh. Was that a ranger? Yeah, that was a ranger getting the killing blow on a tank. Wow. Don't see that every day. So this refinery has been deployed in an awkward spot because this is mostly mined out. Right hand side, little detachment splitting off. Ooh, he's going for the 1-2 punch. Okay, getting his armies into position is Bain. But there's a wall! That's been scouted though. He can easily just fire this down, hose the wall down, and then march in. It's the thing with border walls, you can always just go around them as well. Which is something some people had to learn the hard way, I guess. Alright. There we go. Upps picking off another squad. Right-hand side, what is this army doing? Nothing. Nothing at all. They're just sitting there, chilling out and maxing. Relaxing, all cool. I really like this turret. As soon as this gets line of sight, maybe just plop down one more barracks here. One more pillbox here, and then you've got line of sight of the ore mine. And that completely zones your opponent from getting more ore. This army is dangerous. Oops, still does have a second war factory, so he should still have the production advantage. Right, we're seeing some firing going on. Okay, the concrete wall coming down from Bain. That's smart. This needs an artillery now. You can't build concrete walls over tiles with ore though, so maybe just one tank being part here would be a good solution. And then the rifles as a kind of as an ambush squad. Ooh. Going into the main, being completely pincered, but I'm not sure with the single file formation, I'm not sure this is enough. Let's see what oh no, just too many rockets. Upps has done it again. What is your rocket ratio? You need more rifles, my friend. You've been wiped clean. Courtesy of your bad army composition. This, I think he's doing 10-5. Ah, that was a terrible loss. Destroyed is still fairly even. Economy. Ooh, still a 10k lead here. Triple war factory. Oh, okay. Another MCV. Just picking it. This is a really nice flank though. Bain is being aware. He's pushing back. He could wall off the army now. This would be so awesome. Just plop down a tile here. Yeah. Too hard. Too hard. Another massive army. Man, Bain just has so many more infantry units. I think the map is starting to get mined out, and these are the only mineable specs left. So Bain has got access to all the remaining ore. So despite the economical advantage that he had, Upps kind of has failed to make anything happen with it, and as a result is now running dry. Well, there is still Bain running through his bank. So this game is far from over. Both sides still have a shot at this. Super interesting position for both players. Oh, double turret force firing down the concrete wall. Alright, that's one way to deal with it. Those armies still in a massive standoff, but let's do a quick rifle count. Too many rifles. Bain can't lose this engagement, honestly. He's gonna lose a Conyard though if he does. Alright. More tanks being picked off for both players though. So that's kind of okay-ish. The barracks is providing line of sight, that is a big deal. Alright, the MCV is moving farther north. Tanks are streaming in, but I feel like the anti-infantry firepower from Upps is lacking in so many regards. Okay, killing off the barracks, that's good. Bain is closing in. No, this is a good position for Upps. Upps is so well defended, he's got a nice meat shield. Tanks in the front lines, really good position. Yeah. That was okay. That was okay for Upps, but he needs to make sure he eventually gets to... Oh, that's nice. Picking off the harvester would be so big. Bain is sending it back, man. The harvester micro from Bain, he's just so aware of things. Bain has himself erected a wall. So again, with the Mexico analogy, it's like Mexico saying, okay, fuck that, we can do that better. You know, if you continue doing this, this is gonna drain your opponent of funds eventually. Walls are not that cheap, 200 a pop. Yeah, he's given up on it because he needs to rotate his army. There it is. Harvester being pulled back here as well. Oh no, this is a kind of overkill. This army is sizably larger than his opponents. Ooh, gets a harvester. And with that out of the way, that's still a mining base up from Bain. Upps doesn't have anything to defend against the infantry, but does Bain? No. Doesn't seem like it. There's a detachment onto the main base now. What a swingy game. This is so back and forth. I love it. Here we're seeing the tanks running through the lines. Ooh, they found the seam. They have found the one exploitable seam here. That's starting to fire down the con yard. That's good if he gets that. Oh, undeploy is a bad idea here. One more salvo and then kill the husk. Honestly, he should kill the husk. There's other rifles here. Yeah. Good, good. That was really big from Upps. and his army is getting into the main base somewhat. Is that move command? Yep, that's move command. But so many rockets, he's wasting so many rockets. I really don't like his rocket play there. Just an over-reliance on them. Oh man, that's big. Ooh, this is massive. Those are the vulnerable eco lines, and they have now just... This is a massive swing. They have just switched owners. So this diversion here served to give Upps the leverage to eventually just get into the juicy eco lines. So yeah, the map is starting to look a lot more purple than it does brown. Upps definitely coming out ahead in the past 2 or 3 minutes. Man, the hospital, I wonder how many lives has it saved. My estimate, my conservative estimate is 0. Absolutely 0. Because it's OpenRA and infantry lives don't matter. Just the way the cookie crumbles. Man, he's committing so hard into this pillbox. But gets the harvesters. Uh-oh. Full-scale assault. Is it gonna be met with a counter push? My lord, the tank lines. Artillery from the back lines though. 2 artillery units. That is good enough. That is good enough for now. Alright, yeah, the MCV is booking it. After seeing this mass amount of infantry. Harvesters get some good crushes, but it's nowhere near enough to stop this army. Ooh, forcing down the war factory. Smart play. And now inching his way forward. Man, he's doing so much economical damage. He's denied one, like, Bain has denied one expansion here and re-established himself, but he's losing his tech. He's now starting to lose his production lines, his tech. This is a crazy game. Like, this is a worthy finale for a best of 5. And massive tank push. Obviously not backed up by any infantry because Upps just is not a friend of rifles apparently. But he's picking clean this base. And really good position. The tanks are trying to ward off the enemy tanks. That's so cool. I really like this tank dance. And the artillery are going to town. Oh, okay, the tank lines have fallen. And now it's up to the artilleries. That's their kill zone. Oh, they can get so much value, my lord. Veterancy 2. Veterancy 3. I should have committed, honestly. GG being called from Bain. What a match. What an absolute banger of a match to go out on. This was insane. Alright, I'm seriously hyped about this. Yeah, unfortunately the results got kind of spoiled because for whatever reason they appeared in the wrong order in my folder. But with that out of the way, this was a great series start to finish, and especially Game 5 was just insane. Back and forth, trading blows. Trading blows below the groin, below the waist, and just going to town all together. This has been awesome. This is why I'm casting this. Still casting this game after 6 years now. Damn, son, and I'm glad to be back in the saddle. So if you wanna support this channel further, just yeah, share, like, comment, subscribe. Thank you for watching. I'll be back next week, and I also put up a poll because I want to get back into casting some offshoots as well, like some casts of Company of Heroes 2, some casts of... There's also a beta for Company of Heroes 3, so maybe we're gonna get some casts in on that one because the competitive community is already migrating, so there are definitely some top tier matches happening there, but I don't know about the state of balance of that. And also Shattered Paradise, which has just grown a lot, and it just changed a lot over the past half a year while I was AFK. So we're definitely gonna put up a poll and see whether you guys and girls are interested in watching some shoutcasts for those mods and games respectively. So with that out of the way, thank you for watching. I'll see you next time. 5 Aces out.